Hello everyone and welcome to the very first episode of Tuesday Nights In.
Yay!
I'm joined with my wife Alexia, and this is a series that we're going to be doing together on my channel, and it's about us kind of, you know, going through the stuff that we've been enjoying in the month or the week, whether it's TV shows, podcasts, articles that we found in the news or whatever.
Events that we've been to.
Yeah. What we're up to, like a general update and kind of stuff that we're kind of really enjoying at the moment. So we're going to just sit down with a glass of wine and some popcorn and have a chat with you guys, and that is going to be the general vibe of this series. So firstly, let's have a little catch up and let you know what we've been up to and what we're going to be getting up to. So, thank you so much for all of your support on my new website and this week of SB original content. It has been phenomenal. I'm so happy you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, it's been a lot of work and I'm just really excited to get out all of my new content for you guys.
Update 2, we've been in the country probably for about a month now.
Which has been actually quite a long time for us, right?
It is quite a long time. Also, I think I'm getting a little bit of itchy feet. I want to go away now.
Yeah.
Actually, you're watching this on Tuesday, so we are actually going away to Paris tomorrow.
So tomorrow we are going to Paris Fashion Week. We are heading on the Eurostar over to Paris, and we're going to be shooting a load of street style. I'm going to be shooting a few videos over there, going to be doing some blog posts. Like, we are sweating. It is like late night and we are still sweating.
Then after that we are going to Greece on a family holiday.
So yeah, Greece. We're going to Greece. So Greece is just a family holiday. We're going to take some time to chill out, take some time off, because obviously the build up to the website has been absolutely humongous, so it's going to be nice just to chill with family.
I'm so excited! We are trying to meet up with Ben and Nicole on their epic, their epic Africa trip.
So we're not sure where they're going to be, but we're trying to organise dates, so we're going to go out there in the end of July, spend a couple of weeks with those guys. Obviously they're doing a 3-month big expedition through Africa. And if you don't know about that, definitely go and check them out because they're doing some awesome video content and Instagrams as well. And then finally, I think our last trip that we're doing that we know about is that we're going to be going to Iceland.
Yes. Back to Iceland, see Ben and Amy again. I'm excited to spend
so
time
excited.
with them.
Yeah, and also we've never been to Iceland in summer, so it's going to be like 24 hours of light, so I'm very excited about that, about shooting that. It's going to be a completely different landscapes, a completely different ball game. So from a photography point of view, I am very excited about that.
So that's it for our update. We have got a lot of exciting adventures and I am actually excited to go back out again because I feel like home time is over.
Honestly, I feel like this is the most amount of time we've spent in the UK in probably the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it feels weird now.
But it's been really nice because we've been doing a lot of stuff on our flat and just seeing family. Obviously I've been working on the website and kind of getting everything together, but you're right, I definitely have got like itchy feet now. I'm really excited about where we're going to be going and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, on to the next thing. So what we're going to talk about first, we're going to talk about TV series that we've been enjoying.
Yes.
Yeah?
The first one that I really enjoyed is Big Little Lies.
Yeah, because Alexia got me onto that. Big Little Lies. I didn't think I'd be into it, but I mean, how would you break down the series? If you haven't seen it, how would you break down the series?
Okay, so it starts off, there's been a murder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you don't know who's been murdered and you don't know who did it, obviously. Yeah. So basically the whole series is kind of surrounds these women who are the mothers of these children that all go to the same school, and it's how their lives are intertwined and how they are connected to the murder. But Reese Witherspoon in it is absolutely amazing.
It completely changed my perspective on her. Completely. Like, I liked her, but I didn't really like think like, oh, she's a fantastic actress. Like, literally watching that, I think she demolished that role. I think she did such a good job. And I was, just really impressed. I think, to be honest with you, I think it was cast really well, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Nicole Kidman's really good as well. Yeah, she is good. And I think for me, like, from my point of view, I thought it was going to be just like this, you know, lack of storyline, like lack of like good, strong narrative and not that great at all.
Yeah.
But it was really, really good, and it was really gripping, wasn't it?
Yeah, but also the way it's shot is pretty clever as well.
The cinematography in it is phenomenal, actually. And do you know, other thing that I really noticed was the music that they used. Like the music on it was fantastic, and they were using Michael Kiwanuka in the opening track.
Yes, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it makes me want to go and visit there.
Yeah, because it's set like I think it's like Big Sur, and going down the kind of the one, which is that road that takes you all the way up the coast, is amazing. It just makes me want to do that again.
Yeah. Should we go?
Yeah, let's go.
The next TV series we've been watching is Riviera. We've actually only just started watching this.
Yeah, again, I'm still like trying to get into it. Like I think the first couple of episodes were great, and then we're kind of in that middle point now where the main bit at the start has happened, and she's kind of trying to figure out the pieces and work out what's going on. Yeah. Again, we don't tell you too much about these series.
It's a murder mystery.
Yeah, we basically, I think we just like murder mysteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a thriller. It's good though. It's good, and it's on Sky at the moment. So
and it's how you summarise it. It's about the art market and how that is the last kind of uncontrolled money market, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's to do with like a lot of money embezzling and money laundering going on, and kind of a lot of dirty kind of things going on and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's fascinating. It's really, really good. But like I said, I'm still waiting to fully get into it. So they're two series that we are enjoying at the moment.
Film-wise, we watched Sing the other day. It's so good. If you're having a bad day, I know it's a cartoon, okay, but give it a chance. It is really good.
Honestly, like again, I went in with low expectations. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be good. Like we rented it from Apple TV, and it was like, oh, this is probably really good. But we were all hysterically laughing, weren't we?
Yeah, it's a really good feel-good movie.
Really,
so
really
we
good.
Really enjoyed
and
that.
Again, the characters and like the songs they pick that they're singing is really great. Yeah, it's definitely a feel-good movie, isn't it? Yeah, great animation. Like Also, we probably skipped over one of the most talked about series in the world. Obviously, Game of Thrones is coming back on the 17th of July. We are fully up to date on Game of Thrones, and I am a massive fan. I'm so excited. I've watched all the trailers that have been released, and I cannot wait until the 17th of July. Although I think we might actually be in Zambia, potentially meeting Ben and Nicole on those dates.
We'll just catch up on
no, I don't want to. You can't catch up because then if you go on Twitter or if you go on anywhere, it will be destroyed for you.
Maybe they should do a thing on Twitter where you can block a subject.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Twitter.
Yeah, you'd still find out because on the internet it's just all everywhere, isn't it? It's literally everywhere. Like if I haven't watched the TVs, especially Game of Thrones, if I haven't watched the latest episode, I literally won't go on social media because there's usually memes or there's images, there's everything basically like just spoils it. Like it's a thing. So you have to literally go off social media until you've caught up. But I'm very excited about it.
It's actually the end series though, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is the last one basically. So they actually caught up with the books, and now instead of like writing the books and then doing the TV show, what they've done is actually focus on the TV show and not written the book. So it's kind of they're working with the writer and making the last series. Like I think this might potentially be one of the most watched TV episodes ever.
What, the first one?
I think so, because it's so hyped. Like I've seen more promotion about this season than I have any of them before.
Yeah.
I feel like because it's given people time to catch up on all of the other other series.
I might watch them all before this one.
I think we should do that. I think that's awesome. Like, what else did we do? I actually did that with the Batmans. I did it with when the Dark Knight came out. I watched is the Dark Knight the third one? No, second one. Anyway, whichever one that was, I remember watching the Batmans like leading up to it, and I think that sets you up perfectly because you forget so much, don't you? So I think we should definitely, we need to watch the last season.
Just need to make some time to watch
exactly
that. But
that's what planes are good for. So I'm sure there are some Game of Thrones fans out there. Let me know in the comments below what you think is going to come in the last season, because I've literally read all of the fan theories and I'm not sure, man. It's so intertwined. I've no idea. I'm confused at the moment, so let me know what you guys think. Okay, so moving on from TV and film onto podcasts. Now, I never really got into podcasts when they were kind of really popular. I've got into podcasts by default from you.
Yeah.
Because Alexia is like a serial podcast destroyer.
I listen to it when I work though.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm terrible at that.
Yeah.
So if I'm literally doing something, I have to only be doing that. I can just about deal with having music on.
Yeah.
Whereas Alexia can have like a podcast going and mash through all the work that she's doing, where I just literally sit there and listen to the podcast. But what I really love about podcasts is which we did in America recently.
Yeah.
Is when we were driving, we had a big drive from
that was actually pretty
Orlando to Miami.
Yeah.
And we literally listened to the whole of S-Town, didn't we?
Yeah. If you you haven't watched S-Town, it is the third series
If
in
they
the
haven't
serial
watched
series.
S-Town.
Oh no, if you haven't listened to S-Town, it's the third series of the serial kind of trilogy, not trilogy, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's just the third series of the serial podcast.
And it follows this guy who's from S-Town, and it basically follows him and his kind of like weird ways and the town and the people in the town.
It's basically about one dude. And it was kind of following him around and his life in a really small town in America, wasn't it? In Alabama, right?
He's different, like he's not like the people in his town, and I think that's what makes it really interesting.
That's a good one.
Really good, and it's good to binge on. The other one that I've really been liking is At Home With, which Lily and Anna have done.
Girls, they absolutely...
It's so good.
I love that podcast, it's so good, and I think it's such a unique concept as well. Really, really enjoying it. We've been listening to that together, haven't we?
Yeah, it's really good, and they're interviewing really interesting people.
Definitely.
They're all women, and they're all kind of like, they've made their own name in their own right in their different industries. But I love the fact they go around people's houses, and there's also a part of the podcast where they flick up pictures. Whereas if you're nosy like me, I love looking at other people's houses and seeing what they've got in there. So it is a really good podcast.
So if you haven't checked out At Home by Lily and Anna, highly recommend it. Again, we'll leave all the links for everything in the description below. That's definitely a good one to listen to. I almost said watch then.
See, it's hard, isn't it?
It is, Other podcasts. There was one that you listened to recently about the dude from American Apparel. Is that Startup? Okay, I found that quite interesting, and it was fascinating to hear the history of American Apparel. Basically, it's about the guy who created American Apparel. Yeah,
he was like the creative director. He was the one that started it up, and basically, obviously, American Apparel, when it came out, was like, it kind of redesigned the t-shirt, if that makes sense. So it was like, they created interesting things out of really simple garments.
But also they were really controversial with their advertising and did quite provocative advertising, didn't they?
And basically they followed him around and they interviewed him, which I'm not quite sure how they obviously okayed the access. But the stuff that they're chatting about ex-employees and kind of what's gone on in the company, and there were allegations of him sleeping with employees and stuff like that, and it's that line between whether that was okay, because
he literally didn't have a problem with that, did he?
No, and some of the employees didn't have a problem.
He's like, well, why is that a problem? Just because we work together and I'm the boss. Hopefully these recommendations, they're not like, they might be about business or they might be about creative thinking or whatever, but they're not necessarily boring. I find them really fascinating, and I find them actually quite inspiring to hear other people's journeys and kind of the hardships that they've been through in their lives, whether it's business or whether it's just life journey and where they've got to. I find, like, again, inspiring and motivating to kind of get out and do the things that I want to do, and I think that's the general vibe of these types of, well, not the murder mystery ones, but you know, these
what
ones
we're watching at the moment.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to mention, we actually watched a series recently on Netflix called Abstract.
Oh!
And if you want to follow creatives and kind of behind the scenes and their way of thinking and working, it's so interesting.
Everything about that show is phenomenal though. Like, it's really well shot. The storyline's really, really great. The people that they've picked are really fascinating. Every episode is different. The ones that I've actually watched is obviously Tinker Hatfield, which is pretty much the creator of the Air Max. Like, he's a designer from Nike. Basically, huge hitter in the sneaker kind of design industry. Ez Devlin, which is obviously worked with Kanye West, Jay-Z, loads of amazing big artists, and she does like set design and a lot of their kind of like shows that they take around the world.
She was my favourite, actually.
I think she was, because she was, for me, she was like she came across as such a true kind of like creative. Even like when she broke down her process, even when she was like talking to you about it, she was either like drawing something or grabbing it and drawing a shape to show you what she meant and stuff like that. Like, you can see that the way that she thinks was just like constantly in that zone of like creative thinking. Like, again, really inspiring.
Yeah, super inspiring.
That is it for TV, film and podcasts, I think. We've probably missed a few, but it will come in the next episode. We're having a little popcorn break. Okay, ready? You got to catch it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, my go. You're rubbish. You hit me in the nose. Okay, I'll do myself. Right, moving on to the next topic. Let's talk about music and what music we've been enjoying.
Yes.
We have very similar. Like, Alex and I, one of our things that I think brought us together a lot was music.
I'll tell you a little fun fact. When I first started dating
I'm not sure what you're going to say.
Well, actually, no,
I'm actually a little bit worried.
I wasn't dating him. I realised that I liked him. And I used to drive around in my little K8 a lot and pick Steve up a lot, because I don't think you had a car then. What I used to do is Steve and I used to obviously listen to songs on the radio and stuff like that, and I used to twig what songs Steve liked. So I used to make little mix CDs and then put them on in my car, and he'd be like, "Oh, I love this one," and I'm like, "Yes, yes."
Isn't that the sweetest thing?
You just spat on my head.
Did I?
Yeah.
Now it's back to reality. So you go first. Who is someone or a song or an artist that you're enjoying at the moment?
I'm actually going to say something that's a bit controversial. I am really upset with the music that's in the charts at the moment. I think it all sounds the same.
Yeah, I'm not really into that. Like, sometimes the chart can be amazing.
Yeah.
It's true. But I think maybe that's probably why I don't even know what's on the charts, because I've probably flicked the radio on and been like, nah, I'm not up for that. Alt J have come out with a new album. I don't know if you've even listened to that yet.
No, you listened to it?
I've listened to a little bit of it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, it's very Alt J. It's definitely got their flavour on it, for sure. So yeah, Alt J, and also the Logic album, which I tried to get you into, but you weren't
Sorry,
having it. Yeah, it's not your vibe, is it?
I'm not there yet.
But for me, that was amazing and highly recommend it. Yeah, really, really phenomenal album.
I like Lord's new stuff.
Oh,
I know you don't really like.
It's not really my vibe. This is where our kind of like taste changes, I think.
So music is quite a short subject this month, but hopefully next month there might be a
we'll make more of an
list.
effort, won't we? We can make more of an effort and see what music we're into, and hopefully have some more recommendations for you.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of it for this month, no?
Yeah.
But hopefully you have enjoyed the first episode.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments below if you have. Obviously go and subscribe to Alexia. I'll leave all of our links in the description below and also at the end of this video. Yeah, and that was the first episode of Tuesday Nights In.
Also, if you guys have watched something or have like listened to music, podcasts, we would love to hear your recommendations, because we'd love to listen to them and then tell you what we think in the next episode.
Yeah, definitely. And this is not just about podcasts and TV and film and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's definitely, we want it to be about like current stuff as well. So if you guys find any cool topics or links or products or events, anything like that, we definitely want to be talking about that stuff.
Just an ongoing conversation.
Yeah, ongoing conversation about stuff that we're into, stuff that we find. And just sit down, have some wine and popcorn and have a chat.
It's done at Tuesday Night In.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to finish this wine and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video, because obviously it's the week of SB Originals.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my
video
God.
every day this week. Did you
And
not
this
know?
is a new original.
Yeah, new original.
Yeah.
So yeah, cheers. Thanks for coming on.
Wait, let me get my wine.
Here's to the first episode.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
If you have enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
And a like. No, wait, that's
the same thing.
And a comment down below.
No, we've already said that.
Oh. And subscribe.
There you go. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye.